If you've spent hundreds of hours consuming self-improvement content online, but you still find yourself frustrated at your lack of progress in life, I'm right there with you. I used to think maybe the secret sauce is hiding behind a paywall somewhere, and I just have to find it and pay for it. So I actually did pay a couple $100s here and there. But here's the thing about self-improvement courses. They're mostly recycling the same content that you've heard already. You probably already have an effective morning routine, but even when you're already doing all the right things, you're still going to have bad days when you feel sad and unproductive. In this video, we're going to get to the root of the problem in true minimalist fashion with 3 simple tools that don't involve consumption. The first tool is emotion tracking. There's this app I use, it's called How We Feel. It sends me a push notification at random times of the day, and I report my emotion to it. Like right now, I'm feeling high energy, unpleasant, jittery, probably because I just had coffee, but being in front of the camera is pretty nerve-wracking too. Emotion tracking is important because on days when you feel like shit, feeling like shit is not very descriptive. And if you're not able to speak about your emotions intelligently, then you're not going to know what to do about it. So this app taught me there's actually a very large range of unpleasant emotions. It's hard to tell what you're feeling sometimes. When I feel sad about being stuck in life, it might have nothing to do with my productivity system. In fact, I might not even be feeling sad, I could be feeling alienated. It feels similar, but if I knew I was feeling alienated, seeking out people who can show me affection and connection is probably more effective than eating hot Cheetos. There's no productivity system in the world that can insulate you from feeling things. It's very deeply embedded in our evolution. You can choose to ignore your emotions and be a battle robot. But an alternative approach is to acknowledge your emotions, figure out what they are, and maybe there's something you can do about it. The second minimalist tool is journaling. I use this app called Day One, but the app itself is not very important. You could use Notion if you really wanted to. The reason I journal is to take a step back from my obsession with self-improvement and savor the journey. I'm very particular about the way I write my entries. It's not meant to be a weather report or just a rehash of all the things I've checked off my to-do list today. I want my journal entries to show me how my life is an adventure. A good adventure has ups and downs, heroes and villains. When you can reframe your slow progress in life into a flowing narrative, you pick up the motivation to keep going. Another benefit of journaling is to give you an opportunity to be truly alone with your thoughts. And what you write down is a snapshot of a unique moment in history. However useless you may think you are, a journal entry is living proof you are telling a part of the greater story of humanity. I don't journal every day because it's time consuming, but when I feel down, it's my go-to form of relief. One of my favorite journal entries is from San Francisco, back when I didn't have a job and I was feeling emotionally distraught about continuously getting rejected by all these tech companies I was interviewing for. July 8, 2014. Observed this garbage bin for an hour. Pigeons feed from spilled garbage. Homeless scavenge from garbage inside the bin. Garbage collectors empties the bin, spilling more garbage on the ground. Street sweepers clean up the spilled garbage. Pedestrians throw garbage in the bin or miss and spill garbage on the street. Rinse and repeat. The last tool is laboring. When you feel like you're in a rut, engaging in physical labor might be the last thing you want to do. But there is a primitive joy to the completion of a physical task. This might sound a little pseudoscience-y, but you know how they say the universe is always edging towards chaos. But when you take physical action, you are bringing some order back into the universe and back into your life. My favorite physical activity is repotting plants. There always seems to be a couple more plants that need repotting. There's something symbolic about how these plants have overgrown their pots and need more room. And even when I'm feeling unproductive in other domains of life, I can repot these plants and give them room to grow. It gives me a feeling of confidence, and that confidence carries through to other areas of life to help me break through my rut. I think it's very helpful to always have a bucket list of accessible physical activities in your back pocket. These activities should be immersive enough such that you can't be thinking about other things when you're doing them. Walking, weightlifting, and washing dishes doesn't really work for me personally, but cycling, cooking, and cat petting are very effective for me. The next time you feel like your life is not optimal, be a minimalist and try out these simple tools before you pay $245 for a self-improvement course. If anything, these courses might even teach you some of the same stuff that I'm sharing with you right now, so you can think of this as a free preview. Speaking of spending money, I'm thinking of diving a little deeper into financial minimalism for my next few videos. Please help me click on the thumbs up button if you haven't already, and subscribe to stay tuned, and I will see you soon.